Life, Janelle's Life blog. We are going to do a garlic bread, but I am going to do it in a lazy way. I am going to use a butt pan, and I am working with gluten-free stuff, so sometimes it's just easier to do it that way. We are going to put cheese and parmesan in it, garlic chunks, all kinds of things, and we're gonna kind of do it in a way that I learned by looking at a chef's recipe. And this is the best way that I have found to do a gluten-free bread. It still makes it taste and look like a regular piece of bread, which is, you know, kind of what you want. I know that usually people like to do baguettes and stuff like that. Well, there's not really a great deep pan or anything like that for doing some sort of a baguette. So what I'm gonna do is work with what I got, and that's what I've got. So we're gonna use a bundt pan. I've already oiled the inside of my bundt pan. I'm using an avocado oil today for that. You can use a vegetable oil, you know, whatever you guys want to use. It has a higher burning rate too, which makes it kind of nicer than olive oil does. We are going to use olive oil though for part of the mixing too. In with the dough. I've already got my mozzarella cheese ready to go. I've got some other ingredients ready to go too. If you guys come down here, I'll show you more of what's going on. So here I've got a mason jar, and it doesn't matter, you know, if you can find some sort of bowl or a mason jar or what have you to get your butter ready to go. What I'm going to do with my butter is also I'm going to put chunks of garlic in there, of course, because if you have like fresh garlic, it always makes everything taste so much better when you are working with any kind of recipe. When you put herbs or anything fresh, always makes everything taste so much better. We are going to be making a pasta to go along with this, a ricotta pasta. And so when I'm doing my ricotta pasta and all the other stuff that I have planned, we will need to have lots of garlic for that too. And this is a great side dish to put along with your ricotta pasta. All of my recipes are interchangeable with regular flour. So that's nice also. The best way to get a nice rise and get the right temperature, you have to have the right temperature for your yeast to do anything or activate. It does activate very well on its own. What type of yeast that I use. I buy the yeast from Costco, of course. Everything's almost from Costco, I think. And that makes a huge difference too. They always seem to have the greatest ingredients for everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and chop up my pieces of garlic, and I probably have like 1.5 sticks of butter for this. You can use however much you want. That's all I have in the house right now, so that's what we got. And garlic is very good for you anyway. Helps reduce inflammation. It's an antibacterial that you can use in all kinds of homeopathic stuff. I am going to add to my butter parsley flakes. And I also am going to add the Italian seasoning to it. I don't know. I just feel like it tastes better that way. It's something that I've always noticed. The other thing that I'm going to do is add some salt to this because you're going to need salt for tasting. And also I am going to add garlic ground. This really works well for this too, even though we are going to already have the chopped garlic. We still need to have powdered garlic too. The combination of the two really works well with everything. As I make a mess. Okay. So I'm going to actually stick this in the microwave for like probably about 30 seconds or so, maybe, just to get the butter like nice and softened. You can make this liquid if you want to. There's no egg in the bread, so it's not like it's gonna cook. Okay, so now that's off to the side. We're gonna need to find a place. I went through and I grated up all of my mozzarella in here into little pieces. This just seems to always work best sometimes, instead of sitting here and grating the cheese forever. It just takes forever to do all that stuff. So I am focusing on other stuff, you know. You guys have to focus on other stuff, busy families, all that fun stuff. All right, so there is part of the cheese. I am going to put this back in here, and yes, I am leaving it that way. I think where we're at it, we'll just put the garlic in here too. And then we'll also add our Parmesan cheese. Now we have a nice mixture of Parmesan cheese and mozzarella and garlic. That's okay. It really is. We're going to set this aside because we're going to use this in a little while. Meanwhile, I'm going to wash my hands real fast. All right. Turning back onto our container over here. When I do this, you can use warm water for this. You want to use about a cup, 2 cups of water, and all I'm gonna do is take my scoop. This is 2 teaspoons. Because that thing's pretty big, so we're gonna put the water in here. Two cups. We're gonna put our flour in here. About 3.5 to 4 cups. You need a little bit of honey no matter what you do, just to get it started. And I have to figure out where my olive oil is. Okay, we're back on. Oh. We're gonna put it on puree, okay? Just about there. We're going to go a little bit longer. Take this out. I'm going to take our bowl. Take our bowl. We're going to dump this part of it in there. cheese in there. Preheat my oven while I'm at it. My garlic bread. And starting. And this is the butter mixture that I put in for about a minute. And then I'm going to add some more I'm mixing it all in here, and everything's covered with oil on the bottom. That way it gives it a nice mixture of flavor. Okay. The rest of this you can save for your pasta dish that you will accompany this, which a lot of times when I do these videos, they end up being 2-parters or 3-parters or whatever. So what I am going to do though is take a wet cloth and put it over the top of this. I'm gonna let this sit for about an hour or so. That way it gets all nice and risen up. And then I will put it in the oven at 350 for about, oh, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes, I think, is usually what we do. And then we will come back after it's risen up so I can show you what it looks like. And then that way you can see what it is after that time. You can let this go longer as far as like cooked, as far as letting it set up all the way, because you want it to get nice and warm and you want it to rise pretty far up. It does do a really good job in rising. I think I riz it and then it exploded all over the oven. So make sure that you do sit it in a nice warm place for a while for it to rise up before you start putting it in the oven. If you find that it goes up too far, maybe also consider putting a cookie sheet or something underneath it so that it catches any extras, or make sure that you have the right tall enough capacity for this also bowl kind of thing. So anyway, we will be back in just a few moments of time. It will be like 2 seconds for you. It will be longer than that for me because it's 7 a.m. right now. I'm probably gonna let it go for a while. Maybe even an hour to 2 hours if I can. Sometimes I let them go longer than that. I want them to get a really nice rise to it. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, so it went really far up there on the dough and on the area like right here where we wanted it. So I think it's going to be okay as far as not overflowing. So I think I filled it, what, halfway up or something? I don't know. But anyway, we can look back at the video. Maybe I can put it, insert it somewhere in here or something so you can see it. I have my timer getting ready to go. I think it's on 350. So that's what I had set it to. This is going to go in there for about an hour, 45 minutes. That's what I said before we left, I believe. So let's stick it in there. I'm just going to stick it in there right now. Oh, there's parchments already in here, so I'm not going to worry about it. Put this in there. There you go. All right, we'll be back. Okay, guys, welcome back. Oh. Welcome back to the channel, guys. And we got our bread ready to go. I could not get it out of the pan. This thing is way super garlicky. It came out really nice. I love the taste of it. It is very moist with all the garlic and butter. You don't really need to put any extra on it. So it came out really nicely. I can't get it out of the pot though, unfortunately. That's okay. I'm not really mad about it. All I've been doing is just like cutting pieces off, that kind of a thing. It is what it is. Maybe next time put some more oil in the bottom of it or something. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching today's video. This is a gluten-free bread that we made. Came out wonderfully. It's an herbed garlic Italian bread that is going to go wonderful with our pasta. So thanks to all of our subscribers, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for subscribing. I love you all, and keep aspiring do something wonderful in your life, no matter what it is, and inspire other people to do something wonderful in theirs. And we'll see you next time on Inspire the Simple Life, Janelle's blog.